Tonight, a fun one on tap for us. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go in Cincinnati. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here are the Cardinals now, heading out for their first drive. And bringing them out in his 10th season now. A veteran who minimizes turnovers better than almost anyone here in the NFL, Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett has seen some adversity in this league. Occasional starting opportunities as well. And he's hung around because he knows how to take care of the football. He can still throw it deep with the best of them, but he's the type of guy you just trust. You trust that he can come in, that he can manage the offense, and he can win a game if needed.
And he takes it ahead for a 4-yard pickup there to begin our game.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Going play action here. Brissett. To the left side, caught by Higgins. Short pickup to their own 31. Stop made by Barrett Carter.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Brissett. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
It's Matt Hawk who's headed out there to punt on 4th down. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. And at the helm won his 2nd Comeback Player of the Year award last year with a career-best season. Now in year 6 here in the NFL, it's Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, the anticipation, the precision with which he plays, he has very few clues.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. At the 35-yard line.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. It's a small gain up to the 38. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop.
It's a gain of 3.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. That's caught for the first. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop it. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Sticking in the air, and it's Burrow. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. To throw again, it's Burrow. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
That is caught, and it's Higgins again. And he's tackled for a short gain.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Long-time standout Calais Campbell there for the stop.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. And it's caught. Chase has it. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
A gain of 24 yards. That's another Bengals 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Brown will not get past the line. He's held up at 4.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Burrow out of the shotgun. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals have a great 1st drive and get the game's 1st points. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The 2nd drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bengals 7, Cardinals nothing.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Emari DeMercado. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Well, this upcoming week, Brock, a big one for all of us here in the Madden community. It is the John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Week. Chance for all of us to celebrate our namesake, the impact he's had on the sport we love, across an incredible week of games. It all begins with Green Bay at Detroit on Thanksgiving Day, and it's going to continue all the way through to the bookend. Giants at Patriots, a rematch of a couple of Super Bowls on Monday night. Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. Here's DiMercato. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. On the shotgun, Brissett. He tucks it and takes off. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, but didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. And it gave him just enough room to run.
3rd down, they need 7. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going. And that incompletion won't help.
Matt Hawk on the punt. And they could really use a good one here. They'll have this fair catch right along the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. Burrow. Looking right, and he finds it. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. We played one here on Christmas Day. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They have it on 2nd and short. Burrow to the air now. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. This connects with Higgins. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And the Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So 1st down from the 41. Again, it's Burrow. Gets it to him on the screen. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. To the air again, it's Burrow. Finding Brown, back-to-back plays. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 7 yards on that pickup. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
Kid, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals pull out in front further, 13-6.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on the fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals double their lead to 14.
14. Cardinals, nothing.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Cardinals offense making its way out. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. No run with DiMarcano. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Brissett. Catch is made down the right sideline. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They get an even 40 out of that one. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. Right? I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
For the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher, and I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Then he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
What a great fight from those blockers to keep buying and time in the pocket to find a throw. You wish that effort could have been rewarded with a completion.
So once again, Matt Hawk out to punt this away. Charlie Jones on the Bengals return. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
1st and 10 from the 32. Burrow from the gun. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Simply part of the job description for any running back in today's game. You're out there, you're going to be one of your quarterback's most important safety valves, and you've got to be ready for that check down at all times.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Burrow incomplete.
Intended for
Trying to get it to T. Higgins.
Incomplete.
And that brings up third down.
Brings up third down.
Yeah, this
and
game,
6
you just can't
yards
make
to
it
go.
harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They'll air it out on third. Has it downfield. It's Chase. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
25 yards on the play. And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Right back to Chase. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. All set now. First and 10. From the red zone on first. Short pass brought in. And this one does not go far.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Second down now. They need 7. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. This one's caught. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives them a first and goal. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Four downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Sticking in the air. It's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals butt racing them to the halftime locker room. T. Higgins, the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21.
Cardinals nothing.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Shotgun now for Brissett. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Still 10 to go. It's second down now from the 26. Second down. Here's Brissett again. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Arizona.
We've set it down from 37. We're set now on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he's hit and set out right along that line of scrimmage. So no gain on first down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To the air yet again, Brissett. Setting up the running back screen. Gain of about 8 here, nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, he's going to run for it. And Brissett gets himself to the ground smartly with enough on the run for a first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Brissett. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. It's a gain of 22. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
Okay, we see it every week in the NFL. So many of these defenses are predicated on not giving up the big play. So when you get a chunk play, yards like that thrown into double coverage to your tight end, you will take it every time and twice on Sunday.
And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
The coverage by Daxton Hill.
Back to the air, Brissett. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
The kick by Ryland is good. And it gets a fraction closer as it leads down to 18.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You could take all the time down, put points on the board, and maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Sending a tight end in motion left. The final throw before the break. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate, Scott, and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Samaje Perine on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out come the Bengals. It's their ball first, leaving the locker room. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. First call here coming from the shotgun. Burrow out of the shotgun. Connects on the crosser. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's good for a Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 45.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
Burrow on first down. Hits him on the out route. Breaks through and breaks away. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Give him 32 on that play. And the Bengals have a first down.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
From the gun, a get to Brown. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Could not evade him. That was Cody Simon.
Cody Simon on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Burrow. He's got a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. As they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bengals continue piling on to this lead.
28. Cardinals 3.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Out had the Cardinals now on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Well, play action here. Brissett. Fits it through the middle. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Run here. This is DeMercado. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. DeMercado on the carry. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
These aren't the plays that will lead highlight reels, but they're the ones that win you ball games. What a nice game by the back. And now his offense can go in any number of directions on 1st and 10.
Brissett keeping this himself. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Had to be a missed assignment somewhere on that play, and the QB capitalizes with an excellent gain. There's got to be an adjustment made, so even when the QB keeps it himself on the read option, that gain is minimized.
I'll send him over right. Working inside the red zone. Makes the catch. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Here's a game to DeMercado. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Cardinals start the 2nd half with some needed points. On is Chad Ryland for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cardinals make it an 18-point game.
Cardinals 10.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. Good work so far. He's got room. And he's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. They are in great shape here as we wind down this 3rd quarter. They've got a 3-score lead. Another that could put this just too far out of reach. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
bet you, Kate, if you went back and studied all these runs in the NFL over a course of a season that gained significant yardage, there are plays just like that one where you've got to break a tackle to go eat up those yards.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. Burrow setting the throw. Into traffic, complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
First down carry for Brown. And they're full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Pad level, pad level, pad level. To stuff a run before it can get going means you got underneath those pads and gave that runner nowhere to go.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Burrow from the gun. Oh, the ball is out! But I think someone on the Bengals got back on top of that one, and yes, they did. Bengals football. So just a lone quarter remains in our Christmas Day game. It is Bengal football, and they're going to start the final quarter up by a couple of scores. Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long. Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
He fields this at the 18. Escapes a defender. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Brissett. Nice work by the back here, playing safety valve complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Brissett. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be blocked down at the 42. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down from the 42. Throwing now, Brissett. That's with Harrison again. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Brissett with it on first. Short pass brought in. And they take him down right along the 30.
Complete to number 89. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun now for Brissett. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down.
It's a gain
And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
One of the tight ends motioning left. They'll try and punch it in. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, sometimes football and poker have a lot in common. You don't want to tell at the poker table, and you don't want one at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes just it's alignment. It's the way these linemen breathe. It's the blood in their knuckles the defenders read and react to. I think that time a tell was in play because the defense was all over that counter before it could get started.
He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
3rd and goal for Brissett. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals get it back to within 2 possessions. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Cardinals make it an 11-point ball game.
28. Cardinals 17.
Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Bengals hands team does its job recovering that kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. First down from the 42. Brown on the inside give. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. On the quick slant here, it's Higgins. And he works this to the 38 before going down. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll air it out on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
And on 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson from the right hash, 55 yards out. Hanging close, and it does find that right upright. No good. And the game stays at 11.
Kid, any way you look at it, any script you were going to write for a comeback, it started with the field goal. They had to have that right there, and they don't. So you can rip up that script. Not sure there's enough time remaining to find a way to win.
The Cardinals in possession of it once again. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Here's Brissett to throw. Complete out to the right. He has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bengals' 48-yard line.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Cardinals at a 2-score deficit. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On the shotgun, Brissett. Now here he goes. And Brissett gets himself to the ground smartly with enough on the run for a 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Oh, he's going for it again. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
As much as you like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you've got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
And he's just going to hook this one into about row C there, and some lucky fan and haul in a heck of a souvenir.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Back to the air, Brissett. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Now to throw. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they're up against it here on 4th down. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Cracking for it, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
That kick obviously gets it back to a 1-score game. Now the real question, Kate, how good do those onside kicks look at warm-ups? How good do they look all week in practice? Is it time to pull out the onside kick or trust your defense with 2 timeouts in your pocket?
Down inside 30 seconds now. Their hopes resting on finding a way to get this football. And that's the Bengals who are on that one. And that's a wrap on this ball game.
There's always a little competition on a football team to see who's going to make the hands team. Right? Those defensive guys say, hey, listen, I'm not a receiver with bad hands. I got good hands. Well, this is the ultimate test of it right here, Kate. Who makes the hands team? Those are the ones that are the most trustworthy to go finish these games, to go get those onside kicks, and to go finish that phase of the game out.
The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
Here's a design run. So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us. Yeah, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.